Well, it's an Edge tuner, and I bought that primarily for economy. I wanted more miles per gallon, and it does have adjustable levels. So I've got the towing tune. Right now it's up on the most extreme tune, which is level 4, which they call extreme, and it does add a lot of power and performance to the truck. I usually don't do it. I haven't driven my truck this hard since I've owned it, except for today. But when I pull camper, we've got a 12,000 pound camper that I pull, and I always put it down on the towing tune, which is level 2, so it doesn't get too hot, and you know, the exhaust temperatures, it doesn't get too hot pulling. So, but as you can see, it's mounted up in the visor, or the area where people might put sunglasses, or it's just usually a little pocket up there. Rather than mount it on the dash here, which is what it would come with, instead of having my GPS, I would have another unit sitting right here. I didn't want it there, so I bought the external wiring kit, which we bought and put on to made it extend up into there so it could actually fit up there. And then I did a little bit of plastic fabrication and a couple pieces of aluminum and mounted up there, and then, you know, so it really looks pretty nice there. It's out of sight, and I usually don't need to see it. I usually set it on where I want it and almost just forget it. Outside of that, it's a pretty neat tuner. All of the tuners are pretty cool. The new ones are more of a GPS style. This one's the 4-channel, and you can tell what gear you're in. Like for instance, if I start it up now and put the truck in gear, and it'll show you that I'm in gear number 1, which is not much of a real value, I guess, except for I guess if you need to know what gear it's in, it'll tell you. I guess that's not a lot of value to that, but it's been good to have, and like I say, it gives a lot better fuel economy with that on the truck than it did when it was complete.
Alright guys, we just got back from doing a couple pulls. Now we're going to get a chance to walk around this and kind of get to know a little more about it. So here we go.
All right. Well, anyway, as we kind of indicated before, what we have is a 2006 Duramax, Chevrolet Duramax pickup, 3/4 ton, with the 6.6 diesel motor, and that worked out pretty nice. As you can see, some of the LED lights that we've put onto it in the front bumper and in the running boards, those are some of the things that we've added on since then, and they work out pretty nice. They're a little bit bright once in a while, but they seem to be all right. I got a crash bar on there that I picked up from a friend of mine who actually built that. He worked at a sewer plant that used stainless steel piping. Obviously stainless steel is pretty important there, and I bought that from him. It's pretty heavy duty and looks pretty nice on there. Some people think maybe a little too much, but I kind of like it. It'll definitely protect us from a deer hit. Got different rims and tires on the truck. Instead of the P245 16s, this has got the P285s, quite a bit larger. Michelin tires with weld rims. And as you can see there in the turn signal, I installed those myself, kind of like what the Ford pickups have. The top one is running lights, the bottom one flashes with the turn signals, and we also have the red chevron turn signals in the mirror glass, which is kind of a nice little added feature. I've got the vent visor there that I picked up from WeatherTech. Bug shield also the same. Just, you know, little nice little features to have. And we put those on. Got stainless steel running boards with the LED lights on there. At night they're pretty bright. You can actually, they reflect off the ground, which is almost too much. I've almost thought about hooking them up to the turn signals so that they flash with the, you know, the left and the right turn signal, but I haven't done that yet. On this particular truck, it's more or less stock except for the tuner that I put on, and I mostly put the tuner on there for economy, getting better gas or diesel mileage. 4-inch diesel or stainless steel exhaust is what I put on the truck, including the downpipe. So between the motor and the firewall, we changed that piece of piping out from the turbo all the way down. It was quite a little challenge getting that stuff in there. It was pretty tight, but we did get her done. Put a tonneau cover on the back just to kind of keep rain off of the stuff that you might haul around. Little extra tools and camping gear and little things like that. And it also just makes it look a little nicer instead of having just a wide open bed. That's what we did there. So otherwise, I've put change the oil on the thing, regularly with full synthetic oil. I use Rotella T6 synthetic fuel or motor oil. It helps a lot in the cold startups in the winter. Also change the transmission fluid. I've got Mobile Delvac synthetic transmission fluid. It's TES 295 approved for the Allison transmission. This has got the 6-speed Allison transmission. Some of the earlier models had the 5-speed, and it's also got the toggle shifter on the stock of the shifter. So you can run it manually. It's not as good as a manual, but it does give you a little gear selection. Use Wix oil filter, fuel filter, and I do change the transmission with the Allison spin-on transmission filter. That's one of the nice things about those, is they make nice filter setups for them. Bought the truck in 2009 with 50,000 miles, and now, of course, a little bit later on, 2017, it's got 85,000 miles, and it's been pretty darn trouble-free. It's been a pleasure to own. Anyway, I hope you enjoy this. See ya.